Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Bam. I want to hit you with that just punch. Shout out to everybody here. Let's go, baby. It's a beautiful day. It is Friday. We are going to take the world by storm today. We are the lifers every single day. We are going to bang on them to the upside. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's keep it moving. I'm feeling absolutely lovely. Feeling good today. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Always want to get the pocket square in there. I got to get a wider angle lens. You know, why wear a pocket square when you don't have it in the shop? You know, I always figured that was just annoying. Casper from John Skanks, right off the bat. You know what? You sent it a super chat right off the bat. We'll get into it immediately. And I can't believe that this whole live stream starts with this energy, this form. And then the music. And then we start to make a move to the upside. Shout out to everybody here. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP, link in the description below. Global Plus. You won't get a better deal than through me. Your first year, you'll be getting an awesome discount. And what's going on, my cutie patootie manootie badoo-doo-doo-badoo? Oh my God, if you knew, my daughter is the cutest thing in the entire world. And I absolutely love her. She's just looking at me. Shout out to everybody here. So BOOKMAP still suggests that we go lower. A fat order book between 32.5 and 33.5 is awaiting us, telling us that we're going to the downside. It's been this for 2 days now, 3 days, as Bitcoin just stays between 33.9 and 34.100. It's just been going between those at $200 range literally for days now. Spiking up at little points, but for the most part, that's exactly what Bitcoin's been doing. Flatoshi. We call it Flatoshis, right? Flat, baby, flat. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Shout out to the channel sponsors, ITrust Capital. ITrust Capital, move your Roth IRA today or IRA in to an IRA that you could put cryptocurrency in. Buy and sell cryptocurrency tax-free inside of that IRA. It's absolutely amazing. Take a look at ITrust Capital today. Link in the description below or that beautiful QR code on over there. And BingX, baby. BingX, strong exchange. We need exchanges that are going to be here for a while, that have good management, good people behind them. I stand behind BingX. It's a good place to be. BingX, check them out. Why I like BingX, you could trade the S&P as well as, I believe you might even be able to trade commodities, but I know you can trade Forex, the S&P, and NASDAQ, as well as cryptocurrency. Not many places you can do that all in one house, all in one basket. BingX. Why have to move your funds to 10 different places? Why be running around when you can do it all at once? BingX, baby, BingX. So if you're a NASDAQ trader, S&P trader, but you want some exposure to Bitcoin, BingX, baby. Vice versa. You're a crypto guy, but you want some exposure to the NASDAQ, BingX, baby. Bang, bang, bang. It's not going to get you the lowest cap gems, but sometimes they do have some low cap gems. I will tell you that. But they're not a KuCoin or a MEXC, but they're the really solid exchange for trading, you know, that NASDAQ, S&P, Forex. Check them out. Link right there for BingX. Let's move forward as we move on with the day. UFO on my radar, getting tighter inside of the zone. All right, I put an alert right here. I'm going to watch this thing closely. A lot of the gaming coins are starting to pick up again. You know, Vulcan Forge, when it got onto that TV show, it got a little bit of a pump there. So Vulcan Forge making a move from $2 to $4. You may want to pay attention. Immutable X on the radar. Illuvium on the radar. These are three big names that I believe are going to easily 20 to 30x back to their original positions and more. I just said IMX, all right? Immutable X. I said Illuvium, ILV, all right? Merit Circle is also another coin on the radar that I've been talking about. Merit Circle. Nobody really knows about it, honestly. You know who else brought it up? Elio Trades just recently brought this coin up on his live stream, and that can only help. I mean, he's got a huge channel. And remember when I told you I was just going to put money in Merit Circle and watch it rise? Thing is just doing damage. All right, take away this stuff here for now. We did get that pump on a wick too, though. But look at Merit Circle still doing damage since when I put it out. A Sammy cup and handy to the upside. There's the low, there's the high, there's the higher low on the point of control. Blasting to the upside. Merit Circle MC, baby. Merit Circle. Am I a little hot on the mic? I might be a little hot on the mic. Let me know. Just let me test my crew. Whenever I use Zoom, the day later, even when I start and stop my computer, somehow the levels just get a little funky. If anyone's out there, Jamie, if you're out there, or Sean, if you're out there, I'm looking at your DMs. Just want to be checking. I see Jamie typing so fast. Jamie, God bless you, man. Mike is normal. How about I come up a little more? Can I come up a little more? Luna C will pump today. YGG's on the radar. What's up with Injective? We told you Injective was going to pump. If you're in my trading group, I put out Injective on September 4th. Put it into a buy zone. All right? It's hot on the East Coast. You're fine. Yes, it's good. Thank you. God bless you, Jamie. Thank you for the love. So taking a look at this. Look, I talked about Injective protocol. If you're in my trading group, I went over this so many times, and it took forever. People probably forgot about it and got bored. But, dude, when you can make serious gains like this of 77%, actually going up even more now, about 78 to 80% gains. And look, do you see something? Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside. How many times do I put the cup and handle? How many times do we bang on them all the way? You've never seen anything like this on a YouTube channel. All right? The guy talks like Marv Albert. He sounds like an announcer. He hits the cup and handle left and right. The dude is just out of control. You've never seen it. He does a great Mott Wahlberg, too, right out of nowhere. It doesn't even matter, babe. I played a cop and played a fireman. I can get it done. I was Dirk Diggler, and I have all these different roles in the movies. It was amazing.
Can also do Peter. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard.
Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. All right? May God bless everybody on this beautiful day that God gave us. All right? We all have special gifts. We all have special powers. Let's use them to our abilities. NKN, another oldie but goodie that we used to trade back in the day. All right? Then I put Injective. Look, it's in a nice little flag. What I'm looking for is the retest. Come back for this retest, baby, and boom. Another 30% gainer possibly coming if we can get back to the retest. I'm going to move it back down. It's 24, but look. Yeah, we can get a nice 30%. Come back, and boom. We could get a nice move to the upside on Injective protocol. So, again, moving average is a little far away, and if Bitcoin takes a dump, everything will pull back, mind you, if we lose this point of control. But I'd love to see us just tap either one of these two levels, this resistance or the top of the trend line, as the 1 hour resets. Nice pump into the morning. Kind of time to take profits if you were swing trading was this morning. All right. Bitcoin struggling. Took a long. It got up 20, 40 bucks. Went sideways. The 1 minute has just been going sideways. I've been watching the 1 minute. Look, we started to fall off. Bang. All right. Tiny stop loss. Just no, bang. So I got in here. We were up a nice part. The whole point was above the 200 SMA. You don't want to lose the 200, but we lost the 200. And Bitcoin's just been playing games. We're going to talk about it in a second. It's been annoying. All right. Blood moon dump incoming. I don't know, but tomorrow is a full moon. Tomorrow is a full moon. All right. And the moon looks really big too. But I already just full moon dates. And you can always see, do you like dates? I eat dates a lot. They're really good. Have you ever had a date? So full moon calendar, when to see the next full moon. All right. I believe this is the 28th of October, if I'm correct. October 28th, the Hunter's moon coming. Then we get the Beaver and the Cold moon. And then back to the Wolf moon, and we start the moon sessions all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 moons in the year. 14 full moons. You thought it was 12. It was 14. They slipped them in there because a couple days get lost and it evens out. Pretty interesting, right, that we get 14 full moons because you don't think about it. Are there really 14 months? There's 14 cycles. What is the 12 months out? What's going on? Something is amiss, right? Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. Not in my DMs, but follow me at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you for jumping on in. Good thing you guys didn't see any of my crazy DMs. Would you buy this here? It's funny, right? Well, yeah, I mean, I did today. I bought $2,000 worth. Even if we come all the way down to here, these are great prices to buy BTC. You will look back on these times and realize it was a great time. Now I would only buy 2 G's worth if I had if I knew I had 10 or 20 more of that account waiting for me too. NFTs, baby, right? Bit flag. I have this flag drawn. I've been watching it, but we're going to see where it goes, We're going to see what happens. But there's a chance that we're big enough and the pullback doesn't leave too much of a consolidation. That's kind of the one thing we want to see, but there's no guarantees of that. So only time will tell. All right. So I'm watching Injective in a flag or in a retest somewhere in this area. Looks like it's going to continue to the upside. This thing is hot. It finally broke out. And my target is 1667. And I've been talking about this target since September 10th. All right, if you're in my trading group, this thing just look, and ever since the buy-in at 656, it never hit the stop loss, continued to pump. Bounced off this, like basically a 786, 706, real close to a 786 retracement. Hit the 0.5 and it was gone. It was gone. Nada. You ain't getting nada over here. Optimus pumping up to the 200 SMA. These coins will just, I don't get why, but they'll magnetize themselves right to the 200 SMA. Just blank. UNFI, coin we were trading, took a beautiful pump to the upside. Let's see what happened here. It came back down and retested on the daily. Daily needs to kind of come back down. Not looking too hot, right? Daily needs to come back down. Look at the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour has like signs of wanting to make a pump, right? Now I have seen the 4-hour pump and the daily just get pinned. It's happened. Ugly structure right now, but UNFI looks hot. Broke out, came out. I did swing trade it, took some profits. Wondering if I'd want to get back in again. When Uniswap pumps, these things pump. UNFI, there's just a whole bunch of coins that all start pumping together. Again, another thing, when Solana pumps, Radium pumps. So let me talk about that. Radium, all right, RAYDUM. This is a DEX for Solana, okay? And here I am looking at it because when Solana pumps, Radium likes to pump. Understand this concept. So does Serum. Serum Labs, they're connected to Solana. They're cheaper, so they make more gains. All right. These are the ecosystems surrounding the coins. Understanding this helps you. Like why Atom, if Injective starts to pump, look for Atom to begin to gain some movement. All right. So look, this is a bit of a Sammy Cup and handy here for Radium. And now Radium's on my radar. You may want to write this down and take a look. And again, I haven't, I don't own any Radium. No one paid me to say this. All right. I'm not like, it's not like, it just, anyway. Sorry. Came back down, bounced off a golden pocket, Some say, okay, well, we had impulse here. You could even say slight impulse there, 786, but I like it here off the wick. Came back down into the golden pocket. We could come lower into this area. You don't want to lose this POC here. But I feel like 17 is the lowest this thing goes, unless we have some major crash, and previous resistance becoming support. So I'm watching this coin pretty closely. Radium. The daily for almost every coin is overbought. This is the one issue. Like the whole market's overbought on the daily. So if we do get a pump, we'll have to defy the daily, And that's why we could even go sideways here while the daily resets. Or there could be some more downside. There's no guarantees. But I'm definitely starting to watch these coins. I'm not saying I'm jumping into Radium right now. For me, my best bet is if I can see it get back above 1978 to swing it all the way up to 23, to me it would be the safer plan, right? See if it gets above that resistance, then use that as my base point. If it makes like a right shoulder, see how it could be in like this shoulder head. Look for it to make some type of right shoulder here, possibly. But even the 1 hour suggests that we go down, possibly meet this 200 SMA, hang out somewhere in here, even pop to the 786. And then get another bigger move. But it's definitely worth watching. I like to be ahead of the trade. Just like Injective, I was a month ahead of the trade. Hey, 10 grand and you make 7, if you, whatever you put, 1,000, 500, whatever you put, if it turns into more, it's amazing. You know what I mean? And that's the key. All right. Thank you so much, Shano. I appreciate you jumping on in. Visit the new amazing Crypto Lifer website. Shout out to Love Learning. Thank you for saying that. Check us out at cryptolifer.com. All right. Where you can join the trading group, learn analysis, and sign up for the newsletter as soon as you humanly can. We'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right. The newsletter will change your life. I'm telling you right now, the newsletter will absolutely change your life. It's done so well, so neat. I'm just, it's amazing. Every single Monday. All right. Start your week off right with the Lifer newsletter. You can't beat it. Sign up today. Get yourself involved. Also, become part of the community. Anything happens, I have your email. We may do some, behind-the-scenes live streams. You know what I'm going to start doing is whoever joins that newsletter, we're going to do a behind-the-scenes live stream. Somehow, I don't know how we could do that. We got to figure that. I can't say that yet. We got to figure it out. But if there's a way I could, give an incentive live or some type of behind-the-scene content to the people that joins the newsletter, that would be awesome. I don't know how we do that, but it would be pretty cool to give people more in an incentive, because the newsletter is amazing. A lot of people just, just another thing to sign up for. But I'm telling you, I don't waste your time on the live. I don't waste your time when you're reading. I don't waste your time with your eyes when you want to learn something. I'm going to be teaching you stuff that's going to help you. All right, every single time. So I like my Zcash. Who here likes Zcash, baby? A little bit of Zcash in my life. It's a Bitcoin fork, a Reno. Took a nice little pump back inside of a flag, privacy coin, right? It's basically a Bitcoin fork with privacy. Interesting little number, Zcash. Bit of a shoulder, head and shoulder, and we could dump down. There are some looks of some bearishness, and we'll talk about that. Let's take a look at total market cap. And let me jump into that super chat actually real quick and get it done. Let's take a look at what people were saying in fan funding. Hulky loves his lifer. Can you check Soul? God bless you. Shout out to Hulk Algaran. I'm a house music producer from Ireland, and I love your tunes. Thank you, Hulk Algaran, for the 269s. John, 269, the 269s. Get it? The 269s. Shout out to John Skanks. Caspa, please, when you have some time. Thank you, boss. 199. And can you go over GFAL chart? We'll take a look at that puppy as well. We probably would have gone over. Hey, Sam, love you, man. I want to see your take on FRTC. I have a lot of money on it. I think it'll make some big moves. G-Lag. And he likes his FRTC coin. I've never heard of it. Let's take a look. So we're going to look at Caspa, GFAL, and FRTC. FRTC I've never heard of. So that we're going to bring up here on CoinMarketCap. Oh, you're joking, right? Fart coin. This guy, man. This guy definitely joking. I'm not going over this, man. You're ridiculous. I got a lot of money on it. Oh, my gosh. All right. You trolled me. All right. Congratulations. Nice job. My goodness. And no, I will not go over the coin. I'm not going. Don't do it. You guys. Who knew? Some of you probably Googled that. Yeah. My team next time. Hey, at least it was done classy, Liver, check out Boss Cats on Cardano NFTs. Cool, Boss Cats, huh? Interesting. Thank you, Stanford Mine LLC. Is Alex Lab still on MEX-C? That's a good question. PAAL from yesterday. PAAL? PAAL AI. All right, and another AI coin. PAAL AI. It's going to be everything with just the AI on it. It's on Gate.io and CoinX. All right. Which I don't trade. Wow, this thing has just been plowing away, though, huh? From 1 cent, it's done an 8x. Unreal. Unbelievable. We'll wish you told us about it back here. All right. Someone did mention it yesterday. It already went up some more. Getting that bear, yeah. You think it would eventually pull up, eventually pull back on this bearish div there, but when coins are new like this and they're out of control, all you can do is just flag it out, see if it comes back. It's gonna have to come hit the 21, but it's still look, every time it hit the 21, it's still gonna have to hit the 21 before its next big pump. But I mean, you're looking for a bigger pullback, right? No. Doesn't have a lot of information on any big time frame. It's so new. Looks like it could pull back, and after this pullback, just really continue. Then it might make a shoulder, head, a right shoulder, and finally dump. But I'd wait for it to come back to the 21-day moving average before anything else. Brand new coin with no structure yet. It hasn't even come down to retest any areas. Just continuing to the end of the day, if it does hit the 21-day moving average and decide to pump, we're going to see it go all the way to 10 cents possibly, all right? I'm not saying that's going to happen. That's just a potential idea of the move, all right? AQTIS, let's go. Shout out to AQTIS. AQTIS on Uniswap. Brand new coin, huh? Is it on this too? AQTIS. Okay. Number 2,000, $17 million market cap. Ooh, I like what I'm seeing right here. If I pull the fib, I can already see it's like coming into the closer to a golden pocket. 65% of the supply is out. Not too bad. It's got an Ethereum address. AI-driven quant technology investment system. The smart liquidity protocol driven by quant technology, powered by AI, making life easier for our community by building a sustainable, powerful, and smart real yield ecosystem. Real yield. AQTIS is the real yield generating intelligent base layer and is the perfect backbone for an abundant ecosystem of real yield products. All dApps and products are interconnected with AQTIS, right? I don't even know how to say it. All products built on top of AQTIS require the AQTIS utility to be able to use the word that I can't say at a protocol level. I guess it's AQTIS. Yeah. AQTIS, I guess. Data is the new gold. AQTIS mines data, analyzes, optimizes, and distributes. Liquidity is provided from dApps built on top of AQTIS. Yield is generated through AQTIS base layer and redistributed. Another new coin every single day. We're going to find a new coin here on the channel. Looks interesting. Amsterdam-based Web3 project. We're set up by crypto natives with 70 years plus of combined experience in strategy, data science, and quant trading, investing, entrepreneurship, marketing, coaching, and tech development. Interesting. AQTIS. Only on Uniswap. Could end up seeing that on MEXC in like a few months from now. You know what I mean? Might be something to take a look-see at. And there's multiple. I have like a Uniswap portfolio, BNB portfolio. If you can get in. Now I can show you if you've never bought a coin on Uniswap. I'm going to paste in the address here. Understand. Let's see how the ETH fees are here. I'm going to connect my wallet. Well, they got a Uniswap wallet now, which is cool. So remember, I grabbed the address from CoinMarketCap. Bang. And I also, what I like to do is go to Dex Screener. Everyone likes Dex Tools, but no one really uses Dex Screener. No one really talks about it. I feel like I'm the only guy that uses it. I don't hear anyone really mention it. Can't remember how I even found it. Wow, this thing is just on fire though in the last 4 hours. Wish I had known about it last night. Dang. 200% gains already. Feel like I'm going to be buying the top. Brand new though. Like, when did it come out? Just came out on the 7th of April. Look at the cup and handle. See? This is why I trade the Sammy cup and handy. Wow. So we missed that initial move. But we just found out about it, so what am I going to do? But AQTIS, I was going to buy it right now, but I feel like I'm like buying the top. Let me add an indicator, at least the RSI and Stoke. Yeah, it's super overbought at this point. Pretty beat up, but it could come back down for a nice scoop. So the next time I see it pull back, I definitely want to grab it. Looks interesting. But so here, you would select the token by grabbing the contract address here for all my people that don't understand DeFi. And I have a whole course on DeFi. If you jump on in and you hit the link below my videos, which I don't think people realize, view the channel. If you view the channel and check it out, hit the link here. And if we go down below here, what you're going to see is, a bunch of cool links, right? But the one I want you to key in on is the tutoring, all right? Life or personal, where is he? One-on-one tutoring, right? You jump on in here, and really this MetaMask class for beginners, I highly suggest you take this. Shows you how to send, money through MetaMask. Teaches you about the different chains that are still up and running today that are important to know about. Highly relevant information here in my MetaMask for DeFi. It shouldn't even say for beginners because it really is like, you'll know so much more than the average person. It's really an all-in-out MetaMask DeFi course to really understand how to buy and sell and master MetaMask, you know what I mean? And be safe and have the best practices and know a lot about the settings behind MetaMask, any issues you might run into, all right? All right. So Bitcoin still hovering, look, 33,950, just like not doing anything, really just playing games, right? But that is AQTIS. We spent some time on that now. God, thank you for the super chat. Shout out to Joshua putting HMMT on the radar at 8. HMMTT, which I don't even ever heard about it too. HMTT. Hype meme token. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This thing just did a 6x out of nowhere, huh? That was in the trading group. You guys saw it? I didn't get a chance. Oh man, look at that. Who would have thought just a little flag could have changed your life? Like, look at that. 116% gains. Unbelievable. And like, is there more coming out of this thing? It's insane, right? I've seen these things go even higher, but it's so high risk at this point. But that's crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if it is, 99 cents in 20 minutes. Wow. Craziness. Let's look at Sol, Caspa, and GFAL. Solana. And then we'll get to the Bitcoin updates and we'll break down the NASDAQ and the likes. All right. The likes of what we need. All right. First thing I want to do when I'm looking at a coin that's pumping is I want to look at the 3-day chart. All right. 3-day, just like you said, look, it's supposed to gap up to the 200 SMA. It's exactly what we did. Isn't that amazing? And it's a cup and handle. So my Sam cup and handle up to the 200 SMA. Use these things you'll learn in my trading group. And you'll be like, man. Now, if this breaks above the 200 SMA on the 3-day, we're gone. Gone, baby, gone. Yeah, I'd like to see the last time it did something like that. Maybe on the Binance chart may give me the information. But so anyway, nice consolidation for Solana. It really consolidated from a low of 7 cents to a high. And people are up dang near almost a 5x. Isn't that crazy? I mean, $7. People are up near a 5x only from this January. So almost a year. But so, I believe this was the bull market began, man. When people were bugging out, once Bitcoin bottomed, the bull market started to build. It was time to start to load up. Like, there was good prices. You know what I mean? There was good prices out there for Bitcoin. So, tanking down to 33,930. I don't know about a tank. You know what I mean? I don't know about a tanking. I wouldn't call that tanking, man. Yeah. It's making a $30 move. Tanking, baby. It's going all the way. And look, it's going to rip right back up. Look, it's playing games, man. It's just going, it's low liquidity. And it just really going after the massive liquidations of the bigger moves. It's really just cleaning up the messes recently. So rejection by the 200 SMA on the 3-day chart. Pay attention to your 3-day charts. Pay attention to where the 200 SMA is. It's going to tell you a lot about where the health of your coin, the health of any single asset that you're trading. Key examples to use. And Solana is showing us a beautiful. And look, we're at the point of control. So you can clearly see we're at a resistance. And for me, it does look like Solana may want to take a bit of a pullback after a massive move to the upside, right? Everyone's wary. The ETF pulls off, Bitcoin takes off, and then everything takes off, right? So what I'm looking for is I'm watching the daily, and I'm watching for the daily to pull back in its natural form, right? Back to the 21-day moving average. Half a day for the kids today. The last Friday, or the Yeah, the last Friday of every month is a half a day at my daughter's school. Like, they get so, private school, man, I love it, you know, I don't mind, but they get so much time off, it's ridiculous, right? Like, oh, and then it's All Saints Day, and then it's this day, and then it's that day, and I'm like, you're off again? Then they have Sunday, and then they have Easter break, and then they have Christmas break, and then they have spring break, February break, I think they have too. Next thing you know, they're out of school. I'm like, that was fast. So funny. Just looking for some more music that I really want to play here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. 638 people on the live. Now that Bitcoin's not hype, you know. And the real reason Bitcoin's pumping, I want to talk about it. And I really have, there's a real reason why Bitcoin is pumping. And I'm telling you right now, there's a supply shock coming. There's a supply shock for Bitcoin right now. There really is. I'm going to show you some stuff on GLASSNODE. I pay for a GLASSNODE subscription. I'm going to show you some things on GLASSNODE that'll blow your mind. Shout out to GLASSNODE. We like you. We love you. Jamie, let's set up a meeting with them. I don't think they realize we can affiliate and help them out. I think they're awesome. And whenever I find a company I like, I mean, there's no reason why we can't create that life or love connection, right? Let's see here if GLASSNODE can... I see what I'm doing. Hold on. I gotta log in. I just don't want you guys to see my login. Of course. But it keeps saying to start a free trial, but I'm like, but I would have sworn that I've paid for it already. So that's what's bugging me out. Keeps telling me to log in. And I log in, but then it doesn't think I'm logged in. Anyway. All right, I got to figure this out. Our praise data outrage has returned the skew matrix. I've logged in numerous times, but maybe I'll turn off Brave browser. I don't know what it is. Oh, let me try one more thing. I think I got it now. Yeah, I got it now. All right, cool. So we want to just look at some ideas here for GLASSNODE. All right, and we want to talk about the movement that we're seeing for Bitcoin. All right, active address is continuously growing to the upside, and that's a bull flag. You see that? It's like an ascending triangle, like showing signs of a massive move going to the upside coming for Bitcoin. So the real reason Bitcoin is going up in value too is because there's more people that understand it and know about it and are getting involved. Bitcoin is growing. All right, proof of reserves are growing. The percent supply of last active plus 1 year ago is continuing to the upside. The number of sending addresses, the active addresses, all right? This thing is going to continue to grow. More and more institutions are going to jump into Bitcoin. The second this ETF gets approved, it's going to send shockwaves through the rest of the world. If you can't, they have to seed. They already started seeding. If you research seeding, BlackRock had to buy and begin to seed. All right? These are just things that they had to be doing. All right? They had to begin to buy Bitcoin. There's a reason. Even the fake tweet really was probably a leak that they were seeding in a way. You know what I mean? If you're using Brave, turn off the Brave VPN. No, it was fine. Would be a good price to go long on Bitcoin. I don't know. You got to find that out. We're going to talk about it today and break it down like we do every single day here on the channel. All right. So I'm looking for Solana to come back down. This is what I'm looking for. And snatch it right around here. Right? For a further move to the upside. PR is pumping Bitcoin to create FOMO with their clients. Oh, man. BlackRock will sell Bitcoin they bought in the bear market and sell it to their clients when ETF approved. Whatever you want, man. You can say whatever you want. That's funny. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't like fall narratives like that. You know, BlackRock's going to do this. They're going to sell that. I don't really fall narratives. We saw hidden bullish divergence on Bitcoin before the chart boomed out. Like, show me the charts and I will show you the news. So this thing is trying to make a gain. Already peaked out to 6 or 7, 8%. Somehow this thing hasn't been, sold off yet. Anyway, let's get back into BTC like we do every single day. I'm going to start with Bitcoin on Binance. All right. Up there's the dump now further to the downside. And remember, last night, I talked about the fact that Bitcoin was likely going to dump, right? Even this morning, right? In my update, I said likely open up a short here, stop loss above here, see where it goes. You know what I mean? The worst comes to worst, we'll get back above this level. I said it would not long if we didn't get back above 34,250. Everyone in my trading group has already had basically a beautiful update given by me at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. We know exactly what's going to happen before New York even opens. You know what I mean? And things just really start to blast. And honestly, Bitcoin really chance that it's making some type of a descending triangle. And to me, it was in a symmetrical. And as I talk about symmetrical triangles, they go the length of the base of the triangle right there. And they likely break down. Like 90% of the time, I see them break down. They're called, BlackRock will want Bitcoin to do well after ETF so they can advertise their crypto products. Gladwine just sued by SEC for just, yeah. But I know, right? We went over that. But that was also from like 2016, 19 or something, right? And honestly, they've been dipping Bitcoin into these lows and then snapping. Bitcoin has just been range trading. Look, down, top, down, top, down, top, down. Like, would it be surprised if it just goes right back up and goes after the shorts? So just be careful. Bitcoin's playing games today. It's like it's a low liquidity cash grab right now on anyone that's trying to leverage trade. So I would almost just take the day off leverage trading until we get a better signal above a key area. Like I'm looking at 34,250 really. I want to see us get above that level. This also tells us, as we showed you before, that we're going further to the downside period. We started off the whole show with BOOKMAP. Okay. My man said it's attempting to hold the 200 SMA. Yeah, look at that right there. So once you lose the 200 SMA, you go to the downside. All right. Look, this has got shoulder, head, right shoulder. So if the 30-minute loses that 200 SMA, we're going to drop. Right. And what happens is I have this cool new way of trading. I figured this out the other day. I've been doing it for years, but I'm like, so the 15-minute loses the 200 SMA, then you're likely trade down to the 200 SMA on the 1 hour. It's very likely we get a nice healthy pullback. And it would be great. This pullback would be awesome. It would give a lot of people opportunity to get into some altcoins that they didn't have the chance to get into. Right. That just kind of ripped away from them. Solana might, get a little bit below 30. You never know. Right. Trader Joe, another coin you might want to pay attention to. Joe XYZ. These are awesome coins that are, Avalanche, another coin that I look at and pay attention to. All right. This is not how the ETF works. Greed works on both sides. Looks like it just bounced off the 200 SMA. It did just bounce off of it. Good call, whoever said that. You're trading the lifer way. I love that. Not just other people have traded the 200 SMA, but that's just my style that I've adopted and incorporated into the other things that I do. Using the 200 SMA is maybe such a strong trader because it adds to my conviction. Like we're below it, I don't go long. We're above it, I already consider myself, okay, there's a good chance we continue to the upside, right? And again, like I said, Bitcoin yesterday, I could see it heading back to the top of the range. Really strange when we got rejected by 34,250 and then again, and that's the line in the sand. We can't get above 34,250. Expect more downside. However, the short is in the money that I put out this morning. So if you're in the trading group, you're in the money now on the short. And it's a day of quick gains. Like I'm up 10 or 20%, take them. 50, 60, $80, take it. For me personally, like whatever gains came, just snatch them up. Snatch them up. Check. 1 2 1 2. I could bring up my audio a little bit more there on my end too. All right. So if we lose the 200 SMA on the 30-day, expect those shorts to continue to the downside. Where are we going? Well, I drew this out, top, bottom, kind of making it through. We would head up further we would basically come somewhere here to the bottom of this channel. And honestly, like it has descending triangle vibes. Like let me show you what I'm seeing. I'm gonna use the highlighter just so we can like be really clear about it. Oh, I don't want the jagged. But this to me is like very descending and likes to break down. It's a known, it's a bearish pattern, man, and we're losing this key POC. So it's okay, you know. And then we got the CME gap that wants to be filled, right? And that's, you saw me build my orders the other day. And just in case, you know, I love MEXC. MEXC is the place to be. If you want to join my trading group, link right here, pinned in the comment section. If you want to join MEXC, link right here. If you want to join our newsletter, link right there too. All three things are amazing, all right? No matter what you do not leave all of your money on an exchange, on a centralized exchange. Please get yourself a hardware wallet. Link in the description below to a Trezor hardware wallet, okay? Or even get yourself a Ledger Nano or Nano X. I don't know if we have a link to that. We should soon, though. I'll talk to Jamie about that, but I like Trezor and Ledger. Ledger just has access to more coins, but I find this, like the ecosystem, I find it annoying the way you have to access it. However, I do like Trezor way better. I just really like Trezor way better. Any ERC20 token can go on this, you know, which is by the thousands. Certain select other coins, and then Bitcoin for sure, Cardano as well, right? And XRP, I believe, as well, too. So. Have you looked at the seed singer for more advanced? Seed signer. Air-gapped do-yourself Bitcoin signing device. Download the latest release, Seed Signer. View the project on GitHub, positioning Seed Signer for maximum impact. Build your own Bitcoin signing device. You can build an offline air-gapped Bitcoin transaction signing device from off-the-shelf components for less than $50. Make your own case. The orange pill enclosure design is open source too. Print your own mod or the case design. A lower cost complex Bitcoin multi-signature wallet used. To accomplish this goal, Seed Signer offers anyone the opportunity to build a verifiable air-gapped stateless Bitcoin signing device using inexpensive publicly available hardware components. Seed Signer helps users save with Bitcoin by assisting with trustless private key generation, multi-signature wallet setup, and helps users transact with Bitcoin via secure air-gapped QR exchange signing model. I mean, I could do this and I'm into it, but I could definitely see like the average person just completely messing this up, you know. And this is the problem with this. Is great for the techie, you know what I mean? But the average person's gonna like find all this, like glue themselves with the soldering and just like throw it in the garbage. No, I'm serious. They're not gonna be able to do this. But this is awesome. I'm into it, you know. Can you look at Kadena? Love your streams. Kadena, we'll definitely take a look at Kadena. All right. So I see a move to the downside for Bitcoin, but I'm not guaranteeing it because it's been chopped. And if we get above 34,250, I will consider a long. So I'd stay short until we get above 34,250. I see no reason to be long until we get above this key resistance that we're hitting, you know. And I see a descending triangle beginning to form for Bitcoin. And I can even see where we're going to go. And I can see how the 200 SMA for the 1 hour can come into play here. All right. One other thing that we've discussed on the channel many, many times is the CME gap, but I like to show you visually because I'm a visual learner. And if you're here, I want to keep you guys up to speed and show you what's happening, no matter what. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Life. My name is Samuel James Price. I started trading 15 years ago when I was 25 years old. I'm now 40 years old. I've traded the Toronto Stock Exchange, gold and silver, you know, 3-time ETFs, all sorts of different stuff in the markets. And I'm here to teach you kind of all the different things I've seen in my life and all the weird different synchronicities and weird moves that I've seen inside of trading, right? And look, yesterday I called a short. Today I'm calling a short again. If you're in my trading group, I already posted this to the trading group. Scalped a little bit of a long on the 1 minute, but that was it. You know, then got stopped out. So, and really was just going for a tiny scalp. I'm a new subscriber. TX Info. Thanks for the info. DXY about to dump. So this is my Bitcoin update. Really nothing else to say. I wouldn't be surprised if we go sideways. And if we can get back above 34, 250, 240, I wouldn't be surprised if we could make a nice long to the upside. right? So I'm not 100% bearish or bullish. I'm open-minded here. But right now, I stay bearish until we get back above that level. So I am leaning, I'm like 60-40 bearish, 70-30 bearish. So right now, I am more bearish than bullish for sure. Specifically, if we lose this 200 SMA, we're likely going further to the downside. All right. And look, we have key resistance right there to keep our stop loss above. So if enough people take the short, though, they will come get us and just, they'll nail the trade out. So, like, it really all depends on what people do. All right. Shout out to After Hours Investing. Shout out to Love Learning. Shout out to Justin Cashmore, Crypto Bear Baker, Deadeye 21, Hathim Sequi, J-Lag. Honestly, this is the only good crypto channel. This and Benjamin Cohen are my only watches. ALT Alt YouTube account for upload. Market Maker watching your stream, brah. I know, you never know. Your coins on Mexi, are those also on your hardware wallet, Sam? No, they're not. But I slowly are putting them on and finding ways to do that or finding out, which ones they are. You know what I mean? Also, that's not all my money. You know what I mean? It's a very small portion of my money. So it's like 1/20th or 1/30th of my money. So it's not all my money. You know what I mean? But again, even last night, I began taking Cardano off, began taking AGIX off, and just began, I got to get my Tangent wallet set up and get it going here too as well. Just got a bunch of things I got to start getting into, you know what I mean? My life is busy. Tutoring, sessions, features, all sorts of stuff going on, and just making sure that we do the right thing, Remember today, catch me on Crypto Crossfire at 4 p.m. today, all right? If you want to check that out on Benjamin Armstrong's channel on YouTube. If you didn't know, that's a new channel on YouTube, Benjamin Armstrong, and check him out, all right? And Crypto Crossfire every day. Check out the channel. And light, love, and positivity. Trade at your highest frequency with the lifers. Thank you. Hit the like for the lifer alpha. Hope you had a great weekend, Sam. Stay blessed. Thank you. I'm ready to make some money, baby. Just get ready to learn, and the money comes from the learning. Your videos are good. I was wondering if I could help you edit your videos and also make a highly engaged thumbnail, which will help your video to reach a wider audience. I mean, so many people do this. I have a whole team of editors already doing my thing. I mean, look at our Jesse Livermore videos, so... Yeah, we're all set, man. We find our own help. When help solicits us, it never seems to work. All right. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Gotcha. Thanks, brother. 2 years watching you, man. Thank you. So, and there we go to the downside, right? We called the short this morning, and short's looking like it's going to continue. We lose this 200 SMA, then we know we're going to go to the 100, the 1 hour 200. Likely we're going to go to the 1 hour 200. Once you're below both these moving averages, you're likely to follow down to the 200, just like we pump up to it. It's the same idea. We like, inverted head and shoulder to the upside, right? So many people would take this trade up, but they won't take the trade long. But they'd also say, man, it looks like we're going bearish and we're going to continue to the downside. So it does make, look, it looks like we could come meet price action there, 32.8, go upside down, and then we'll just have a massive pump to the upside. Right? Looks like a continuation bear flag, right? If I get rid of this for now, you know what I mean? So and look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. We're upside down, but that kind of puts things in perspective, doesn't it? If you lose the 3,200 SMA, yeah, you're likely to. This is my own strategy, though. He questioned it. He's like, what? Hey, Sam, what do you think of options expiring tonight? $4 billion. That's also interesting. So they're going to play with that's another thing. So they're going to play with the price, too, as well. That's going to make them play with the price. UFO just crossing the line, staying inside the pattern. Staying oversold on the 1 hour time frame. Taking its sweet time. Let's move forward. Let's take a look at the DXY, S&P futures, and see what's happening, even in some Forex. All right. But yeah, it does look like a shoulder, head, and shoulder. It does look like it could move further to the downside. We're watching this level very closely right now. We lose it, we are going further down. The short is now in your favor. You're in the money on the short. All right. You're in the money on the short. I put it out this morning. There we go. We might be crossing this yellow line now. That's going to be a crucial move. All right. I mean, I told you Injected was hot when this began. Right? But someone said Injective doing its own thing. Nah, it's just hanging out. What are you trading, the 1 minute? Yeah, it's still, I feel it's just going to make a flag now. It's too far from the 21. All right. I thought it was like peeling out or something the way you guys were talking. You guys get me excited. Okay, Sam, do you know where Nick Sabo is? He hasn't made any posts online or appear locally since April. No. I met that dude once, though. He's like the Godfather dude. He created like the Bitcoin Center in New York. Pretty sure. I saw him talk in like at a hotel in New York City 6 years ago. All right, let's take a look at our baby Gifto. All right. The hot coin in the markets. And Gifto banging on him. Look at that. And I talked about this cup and handle hitting the golden pocket. And there it goes, man. GFT, baby. And that's why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. We trade these cup and handles over and over again. To the upside, baby. To the upside. Let's get this. The music's got to get me going, man. But yeah, that's a nice 8% gain for Gifto. It's in like a bigger channel over time. Something like this, see? Likely consolidate and then break on out to a bigger move. But it will take its time. Bang, bang, bang. I'm telling you, I would write Merit Circle down. That could become a big coin in the future, right? Super Chats, CASP, and GFAL. Let's take a look at that. How are you using Mexi of the year? I try using and I need to talk with you probably because I know he made a new coin. Nick? Where can we store JoyStream? See, these are good questions. And I don't have all the answers to them. You know what I mean? Wow, look at this. GAI. And a lot of people like GAI too, which is interesting. That's been on my radar for a while. This guy, GAI, generative. Actually nice and low now today too. All the way down. Got sold off. Well, it doesn't even have a market cap yet. I still got to do my research though. So people just mentioned it. Number 4,000. Some of these coins are way back in the way back. Right? But what coin did he just talk about? I just wanted to see what he was saying. Do you think AVAX and Axie will come back? Are you still in the long? Yeah. Let's see. Check out Matic. That's what I wanted to see is Matic. And I really want to see this lose the 200 SMA, man. Toying with it right now. It's getting very, very close. Short still with the money, though. Shout out to anyone that took a short. I moved my, like... I moved this thing, which kind of pisses me off, but... And so simple, like just playing the loss of the point of control. There we go. We start to kind of wick below it, then we break it. And usually once you break a 200 SMA, the price likes to kind of tumble pretty fast, you know? But if I wasn't in the short and I never chase it short, I'd be on a smaller time frame looking for a flag. And then this might do that pump right to the 200, you know, that old trick. But you got yourself kind of a bear flag here now. What a beautiful day to be alive. I'm looking out the window. It is gorgeous outside. Absolutely beautiful. Can't believe it. I need to talk. I look for BitNet. All options have terrible security. Yeah. You have to close a 30-minute candle to confirm a break of the 200. I agree that. I agree. Shorting BNB. I'm in the short with you, lifer. AVAX, a lot of work in this bear, trying to position themselves as the RWA sector. We will see how they get on. AVAX is hot. I think AX could do numbers. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at CASPA, GFAL, and Dubs. Once I take a look at the DXY. All right. And now we're back to this 1 minute chart, watching this bear flag. All right. Let's take a look at CASPA. But not before we look at the DXY. And CASPA's going to follow Bitcoin very closely. One thing I want to, reiterate, it really will. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just pump the price right back up. They're just going after longs and shorts between this range, 33.8 and 34.1. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if just blip, 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 blip. You know what I mean? Don't get caught up in the Friday sauce today, right? That's why we don't trade Friday sauce too much, because it just doesn't. It's not amazing. All right. It's so funny how the music can do so much for me. And I'm going to trade that, change up the music. It's going to change up the whole live. Right? So hold on. Go back to my hip hop, man. It's going to help. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at the DXY. Already got fever in my heart. See? Already feels better. Already feels better. So last time I put out the DXY, look, we were in an inverted head and shoulder ascending triangle. 50-50 patterns, right? Could have broken to the upside. We broke down, thank goodness. But now look, I want to start like a whole fresh look. Hold on. I like to just, because I get like, I don't know about you guys, but I get constricted by all the like this all gets messy to me, and I can't think clearly. All right. So I get clarity through like just cleanliness, right? Like you clean your room. DXY clearly has a beautiful support system here, bouncing off 88, bouncing again off 89. All right. And then it even right here kind of fell below this resistance and then came back above it, which is pretty interesting that it didn't use that as, a resistance point. Bit of like a ascending cup and handle. And then it had this falling wedge that it broke out of. Clear as day. And then we can like zoom in. We called this top for the DXY. That's where I bought 19K Bitcoin, right there at the top. Then Bitcoin and the DXY would dump together. Pretty crazy, right? But the point was, I wanted to buy Bitcoin when the dollar had topped out. Right? Try to get the most of my purchasing power out of the dollar at that point in time. All right. Shout out to the 683 people on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. 272 likes, 683 people. If you like cryptocurrency, if you like your bags, hit the like button. It helps more people find out about cryptocurrency, and we represent it great here all the time. We talk about hardware wallets, not leaving all your money on a centralized exchange. Get yourself a hardware wallet today if you can. Okay? Get yourself situated. And again, as things come out, we'll find other ways. And some coins you can't. There are some times where I buy a coin on an exchange and I have no way of getting it off the exchange. That happens to me. But it is what it is. It's not every single thing that I have. All right? And there it did go. I almost was going to go. I was going to ape in too. And it aped. Look at that thing. It aped up. 22%. It's crazy, right? Can't make this stuff up. Only in crypto, right? It was 8 cents. It's now going for the 10x. 10x in an hour. Look, it was just 8 cents. This thing is just out of control. Non-stopping. Everyone's just FOMOing in. People are going to get hurt. I wouldn't FOMO in. and I can control myself. It's hard not to, though. It is hard not to. Look, there's a little flag right here. Wow, what a monster. Amazing, right? Only on this channel, right? You'll see it live all the time. So DXY. Let's get back into what we're looking at here. Let's look at the 3-day chart for the DXY. First, let's look at the weekly. So the weekly is pretty roofed up. It's telling us that it's getting to a point where it's pretty overbought. And it needs to come back to reality. So the weekly's telling us that it's getting, it wants to come back down. Getting some wicks to the downside. It's at a resistance point too right there, previous resistance. And how far are you from the 21 on the weekly? Yeah, you're pretty far away, right? So you would think at least that you would have to come back down to test this 103 area on the weekly. Take a look at our 3-day chart. Our 3-day is trying to flatten out and really flag out. So, and not far from the 21. So the chance that we can stay inside this flag and continue to pump, I would not like to see that, but that's a chance right now. See, when I put this out, I'm not saying we're pumping up to the upside, right? But I am saying there's a chance, so we got to pay attention. We got to pay strong attention to this idea here on the DXY. Let's take a look at our daily. And our daily, at least, is wants to come back down. And like I was looking at this, remember inside, it had like a shoulder, a head, right shoulder, but then it just ripped right back up. And to me, it's in this flag. I'm going to take away this daily projection. We don't need it yet. It's not real. You got to play with what's real, not what's might be real. I mean, that's a flag right there too. So, but come back down to the flag, see where it happens. Right now, it suggests that we may just get a little bit of a pullback. All right. But still, I mean, it's interesting. It's not like pulling back a lot. Even the 4 hour suggests that it may even get a pump here. So interesting turn of events. I mean, you'd want to see a dump. So the weekly says we don't. We need the smaller time frames to really start to make that happen. Again, the trend did hit, and then we started to slow. We have a lower high right there. We'd expect a lower low at this point and continue this downtrend. So we don't want to see it flip 106.91. If that happens, there's a chance we break the high and we come to 108 and then all the way to this measured move at 110.13. All right. If this was a top lid, started a retrace, not flag out for days. Bitcoin choppy sideways, of course. Like I said, anyone who thought they had it, you know what I mean? But right now, it's in a bear flag and it's more bearish than bullish. That comes back up again, doesn't get above the level. So now look, what's your support or resistance? Well, on a local level, Bitcoin now can't get back above 33,940. So if you can't break 33,950, we'll give it some leg room. It's likely not coming, that you're not going any higher. And this resembles kind of a descending triangle vibe for me right now. Yes, you had a little bit of divvy, but it's just not strong enough, in my humble opinion. And the spread is weak. Those candles are barely closing full. Like the spread is weak. At the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it just went right up and liquidated shorts. It's one of those days, treacherous day to trade. You can feel it. Market's barely moving, and they're going after whoever is laying liquidity out there. So I wouldn't lay my liquidity out there to get shredded. You know what I mean? I mean, we already played a short, and the short's in the money. So I'm not, but you got to get into the right time. You got to have a plan. If you're just jumping in and out of trades today, you're going to get rocked. All right? So. And I'm sticking to it. So someone asked about Caspa. And I just really like Caspa in this buy zone here. I see it just continuing to kind of do its thing. 2-3 weeks from now, I wouldn't be surprised by Halloween, by basically Thanksgiving. After Halloween, this thing is just ready to moon. And it's even in a bigger move here. Like, And there's your trend line. It's following the trend. Like, it just looks good to me. Supporting by the miners. People liking it. It's got a good buzz. A lot of people love it. Yeah, I'm heavily locked and loaded in this coin, man. I might even buy a little more if we get down here, and then I'm fully done. Maybe I'll get a $500,000 Caspers. If it hits $1, I'll have a $500,000. You know what I mean? We'll see. It'll have to 20x for me to be a $500,000, right? Super chats, Caspa, GFAL, and D-Dubs. Let's look at what happened to GFAL after hitting basically price discovery yesterday and going to the dang moon. Did it eventually get somewhat of a pullback, right? This coin finally got the sell-off, right? At 88. Funny. Does it come back with a vengeance? The 1 minute says that it can right now. Imagine that. So let's take a look at GFAL. So I drew this flag, and now look, the flag did touch the 21-day moving average. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing continued up. I think I looked at it either this morning or maybe at the beginning of the live, right? Maybe we looked at it already. But it already pulled back into a golden pocket. This thing looks like it could take off. Some hidden bullish divergence right there, too. The 4-hour time frame suggests it could pump. The daily's getting a little high. That's the only issue. But, you know, because it's in such demand and it's got price disco, wow, this thing's interesting. So I like GFAL. If anything pumps, this thing could pump. In price discovery, smaller cap, right? Game for a living. And this thing's hot. Last week, VWAP not tested will be tested with the 4V fair value gap. Weekly value area high. Mark my words. Oh my God, he did it. Shout out to D-Dubs. I don't know why. You know what's funny is because I've made like last weekend, I made some of the greatest calls for Bitcoin ever. I've made some great calls, right? Nobody cares. You know, I've made thousands of Bitcoin calls. Like I said exactly where it was going to go the next morning. It hit it by $5. Like, I've done it maybe 500 times. I've called Bitcoin, woke up the next day, like maybe even more than that. Nobody cares. Everyone cares about the next call, the next move. You know what I mean? That's what I learned. I mean, people care. They're like, oh, you have a track record. But it's funny, man. Everyone wants, you know, it's all about your next. And that's why, like, YouTube's about the next day, the next hustle. Like, right now the stream ends and it's about the next stream, the next move, the next push, the next, how much value can you provide? And everyone's providing the most value. And, you know, YouTube really creates a place where people can get a lot of free value because everyone has to kind of compete to give value. And I think that's the beauty of YouTube. We talked about AURORA. I just put this thing out. I looked at it this morning, up another 203%. Remember when I put it out earlier? AURORA. I mean, I just looked at this coin, just heard about it. So insane. Put it out in the trading group in this little flag, like, and I just can't believe it. Oh yeah, and that little flag there where it popped, came back down, and then this thing is up 200% gains. I mean, coins are just ripping out of control. That's why Sammy is a living legend. I care not even in any trades. I just find your charting and analysis entertaining because it's spot on and no BS. I saw head and shoulders about half an hour ago on Bitcoin, so I shorted. Didn't work out like I thought, so I got out of the trade. Still learning. I care, Sammy. Shout out to Crypto Rambler. I love you, man. God bless you, brother. I mean, it's so weird. I just found this coin 2 days ago. Talked about it in the trading group. Thing is out of control. Top gainer on MEXC. Starly is another one that just continues to do damage. I first put it out here, and then it was gone like 300%. This Iguverse, I've seen just do damage too. Celsius gotta just out of nowhere just push to the upside. Pepe 2 blasting. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Like, a lot of these low cap gems are just out of control. CANTO's been on my radar. I'll give you guys another little gem. CANTO. You know, wouldn't be surprised if we got a little bit of a move. Just, you know, pattern trading it here back to the top of this little pattern for CANTO. But I'm watching it on a bigger time frame consolidate. The daily is very oversold, overbought, wants to come back down. CANTO, baby, CANTO, right? But it could come up, double top, you know. Super chats, D-dubs. I added some GFAL and JoyStream to my portfolio. There you go. Seller, is it enough, folks? Radar, as you believe. Employers to crypto markets, that tech you should be interested in. I mean, Seller, we go over Seller almost every day here on the channel. Seller Network. All right. Look at that cup and handle that it blasted out of. That was my last TA work, right? I didn't do the handle, but bang. And then I even drew this, like I could see it pump up to the 200 SMA. And so far, it's like halfway there. 16% of the 30%. And it's pretty much probably going to go there, you know? Sellers at the lowest it's been. I mean, the lowest it ever was 1 and 1 penny, and it's at 113. Seller could be a huge mover in the next bull run for sure. I don't research the tech every day. There's a guy on my channel that loves it. He talks about it all the time. That's why it doesn't hurt to throw a couple beans down on some low caps. Yeah. Let's take a look here on ID. Space ID. Came up, got rejected. Let's take a look at it. Come back to the 200 SMA. It's about to get a golden cross here, and you know, that looks interesting to me. Again, like every coin in the game, it has the high daily. So we're either getting pinned on the daily, going more sideways, or some coins are just going to, you know, Bitcoin is going to take us down and the market's going to reset a little bit. The daily looks high. Everyone's kind of in waiting. You can feel it, you know? And did they pump back to the 200? They're going to, yeah, see, this is that. Can you pump back up to the 200 SMA there? But again, you're still below the local resistance at 33,946, right? That's Friday trading, all right? After your Lifer class, Master Friend memberships, Lifers in the 99 will help answer. And everyone, I teach class tomorrow for the last time. $60 in the trading group, $100 if you're not in the trading group. This is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. This class is amazing. It's not that long. Yeah, 9 a.m. It's 3 hours long. I break down Bitcoin, talk about hash rate, show you where you are in Bitcoin. We have a blast. Then I go over my entire 9-point checklist that I go over to get into a trade. I show you all the different things that I use, my indicators, what I'm looking for, how I use it long-term, short-term. And really, a lot of people, after they take the class, they finally have a vision of at least some guidelines of how to trade, proper risk management, and more. Jump on it today. It'll blow your mind. All right. Let's go, ho, ho, ho. Shout out to Jamie Lamb. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Jamie Zeno in the house. No, I knew a dude named, I didn't. Long story, I'll tell you later. It was a slip up. It's OXO, right? I always have like a problem finding this coin. BitGet has it here, but I think some other companies have it too. $288 too, which you know, $85 million market cap. It's a little more comfortable. It's risky, but it's not as risky. It's not like something that we just can't even, Okay, it is on BitGet, LBank, X Markets, and Uniswap. So another Uniswap coin. I want to check out those ETH fees recently. OXO. So that is, I just wanted to make sure I had the right ticker for sure. You can tell it's altcoin season, baby, almost. Like we're talking about altcoins all the time already. So last time I put it out, right, I said it would go sideways or up, and it went up and just more sideways, right? I wasn't perfect with that idea. Just the spread is insane on this one. See how it's like all over the place? But I guess what else do you expect in a newer project? We just want to see it consolidate here. But look how much it's up since we first looked at it, too. In September, I mean, the thing is a monster. All these AI on the low coins up 198%. See, like, it was almost like, dang, man, alt season has started, right? A lot of things are just banging. A lot of things are banging, right? Thank you for the screen share, right? So OXL, and jump in. If you don't get into that class, this is the last time I'm ever going to teach that class. I'm telling you right now. That's why I keep the banner up so you guys can scream, banner, 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 and the banner's there. You know what I mean? Don't worry, there's a tactic to my madness, all right? So this thing is in a falling wedge. Can it break back to the upside here? Resistance at about what, 1189 too? Interesting. You have a low, you have a higher low, you have a low high, higher low. And so I would look for consolidation. But to me, it already ripped up pretty much. I mean, dang. In 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's up 200% gains. And I remember this coin too. Something I actually really wanted to get into. I just like, you know, so I might have bought a little bit of it on Uniswap. I can't remember, but if I did, it was a very little amount. Good seeing you around. Stay on top of the market. Your trading class poster is still blocking half the screen. No worries, man. I did that on purpose. Appreciate you, brother. You never know what someone's true motive is. So, you know what I mean? Like, my motive is for you to see that and to say that. What was on there? Oh, the trading. Oh, yeah. The class. Take the class. Exactly. Live, you should record the class, make it a course, and sell it. Ah, ha, ha. How funny are you? No, we're working on something you wouldn't believe. Their tokenomics are top tier. That's awesome. That's why it keeps going up. I'd like a pullback, but maybe I won't get it, right? It was 3 cents. It's already 10 cents. It already did a 3x almost. Dang, man. You know, I guess I go for perfection in crypto, because now if it goes to $1, that's a 10x. But if you went at 3 cents, oh, you know what I mean? Is this class for beginners? It's a class for beginners, experts, and everyone alike. I give you my special sauce at the end, but I take you from a candle all the way to the end of trading. You learn so much. You learn so much, for sure. A beginner would love the class. It's for beginners, but I believe an expert trader will get a lot out of the class. You know? I wouldn't mess with this, guys. You didn't see me touch it. Too risky for me. Too risky for my appetite. Let's take a look at the ES1 S&P futures. E-minis, baby. E-minis. So trouble in paradise, right? They got the fear going hard, but they got the divergence. I still suggest a beautiful bump to the upside. Every time we got this divergence on this trend line, we got a beautiful bump right back to the upside. Just like if we were in this, we would get a bump. You know, we're hitting the top trend line. It's so easy for people to believe we're going to drop. But it's so hard for them to think we're going to break back up on the top. You know what I mean? I don't know why. It's just like that because everyone thinks the trades are going to go against them and it's going to hurt. So I see a move back to the upside on the S&P. I see this as a buy zone. And I could be wrong, but I see it as a buy zone. And I even see the big picture for the S&P looking pretty nice. I mean, look at that. Sammy Cup and Handy. Low, high, higher, low. Beautiful uptrend. They're about to print that money. Something's going on. The charts tell me they're going to print money and something's going to start to pop. I even see a big trade. This could be like the lowest price you could get the S&P before it starts a massive move to the upside. Just like we called this right here last October around the same time. Around the same time, about 20 days earlier than this time, I called a reversal on the S&P. And remember, buy in October. They do the same thing every year. They seem to pump the prices in October. All right. And then look, and that thing just continued to moon. I showed you the Dow Jones every October for the last 14 years. Unbelievable. All right. I'll put an alert on this on ID here. But if you look at the Dow Jones Industrial for the last 14 years and just bought every single October, and I show you the weekly chart, it's amazing. And like we could go through it like so thoroughly, but it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. You bought this October, you won because you got in at 10:30 and it was up at like 11:50. You got in here at 11:60. When you got out, it was 13, right? 30% on your money. Here was 31. It had some dips, but you got out at 15. Here's a 15. You got out at 17. 17. Find a dip. This one, you might have lost money or kind of broke even. 18, maybe still made money. This one, a little higher, 18.6. And then you just mooned in 2016. Mooned in 2017. You know, even in the 2018 dip here came back. Even in the pandemic in 2020, we came back pretty nicely. Or that's 19 and 20. But I'm just showing, you know, here we mooned again. Here was the first time you would have lost money in years. Was 2022. And then mooned again. And then, right, we're coming into October yet again here. Just right. And this didn't do too well for the S&P. This one you would have. So basically, the only two times that didn't work out really too well is holding from October to October was this year. And where we'll close in on, and 2022. But that's also consolidation for a bigger move to the upside. So I see consolidation for the Dow Jones and the S&P. And when they print that money, boom. I mean, they have no choice. Look, they've been printing money ever since. What do you think is going to happen to the market? The more you print money, the more the prices go up because they absorb the dollar value. They absorb how many dollars exist. There's only $10 in the world, and orange juice is $1. Right? And it's like, oh my gosh. But then there's like $1 million out there. Orange juice is going to be worth like $30. You get it? Best class you will ever take. I was clueless until I took Sam's class, worth every penny. Can't wait for my computer to be fixed so I can take Master Friend's class next. Don't miss this class. Crypto Frankie Poo, thank you for saying that. Yeah, and we have a full class. It is filling up. Get in there before we close it up. I'm telling you right now, I think once we get to 50 people, we are going to, the class is getting very full. So jump on it today to get the knowledge. I'm telling you right now, many, many people have taken my knowledge and they've gone and done amazing things in their trading careers. So thousands of people around the world we've educated now at this point. And so many testimonials that I know have helped so many people that I stand by my product. I stand by what I teach. I stand by what I know. And I stand by the education that I present. So let's take a look here at this CME on the NASDAQ. Falling wedge, it broke out, broke back inside. That's my old little trick there that no one else really plays. It's weird, but this suggests that we also get a bounce back on the NASDAQ. So I'm seeing a bounce in the NASDAQ and a bounce in the S&P while everyone is super bearish on the regular markets. And there's a chance we don't, 10-year yield, but they're going to print money. They're going to have to. And think about the Band-Aid on the government. They shut down, they're not shutting down the government, but that's the Band-Aid. All right? That's just the Band-Aid. You're welcome. I want to take it again. So good. Thank you. What if the orange is $1 million? Would you make orange juice? I don't know what he means. Shout out to all the new lifers in the chat. Keep coming back. Shout out to Resonix Kinetics at Local Value Area Low. Crypto Lifer website. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you going to scare me now? Are you trying to scare me?
No, I don't want you to.
Is that what you want to do?
Everybody.
What's on your face?
Where?
What's on your forehead? Oh, wow. I thought I saw one of those things and it wasn't there.
It was there last night. So
I know, but I saw it and then it disappeared.
it's so weird. Do you want to come with me to pick up summer? It's a half a day. It's 72 degrees outside. All the people.
The class is beyond worth it. I would love to come. Let me just finish off the day here on the live stream.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Wow. Check out Dubs. The Hulkster is going to smash Larry Fink. Brother, you guys are funny. I care, Sammy. OXA, let's go. Ho, ho, ho. And we stayed on top of all the super chats today. So we nailed it.
Let's go.
No cleanup. What time did she get out? Is she out already?
She's out at 12. She gets out at 12 today.
I got to do my thing, babe.
So you can't go?
Yeah, you can't run the show.
So then Nyla's going to stay upstairs, okay? Will you be done at 12 and go up to Nyla?
I guess so now. Why wouldn't you just take your... All right, do whatever you want. All right. Please, I'm busy, my love. When I'm on the show, don't ask me things about life, all right? I love you. Like, if we haven't agreed for me to stop the show early, then we don't stop the show early, His MasterCard debut, all right, sorry about that. That's real life, right? Women are pushy, you know what I mean? They can be. I'm being honest. People are pushy. I shouldn't say women, all right? People are pushy. You got to stand your ground. Hi, welcome. My name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I go over the news, a 3 to 5 minute segment where I break down what's happening in crypto, fintech, Web3, and more. Let's look at what's happening right now. This is juicy. When I see MasterCard, I get excited. And Sand Token? You what? Huh? Highs. MasterCard debut card adds option to spend Sandbox token. The High Debit MasterCard already allows users to spend Bitcoin, Ether, and USD, but now you'll be able to spend Sand in eligible markets in Europe Economic Area, according to the Wednesday announcement. Sandbox is a subsidiary of the metaverse gaming and venture capital giant Animoca Brands, which invested $30 million into High, a crypto payments application. In July, High provides banking services allowing users to transact in crypto or fiat as a digital-only application, operating as a neobank. The debit card, which can also be customized with NFTs, was announced in 2022, but the first batch of NFT customizable cards was shipped only recently. Wow, dude, that's a big deal. And MasterCard getting deeper and deeper into the payment section of cryptocurrency and blockchain. It's only a matter of time until everybody takes over. And if you don't use blockchain and cryptocurrency, you're basically going to fall off because you're going to pay too much for your transactions and you're not going to be able to compete with the rest of the world. That's just a fact. Digital Pound consultation received over 500,000 responses, with privacy a major concern. Many of the respondents outlined concerns about privacy, programmability, and the decline of cash. John Cuntlife, Deputy Governor of the Bank of England, said, "No one wants the CBDCs, man. They don't fit in. We already have cryptocurrency. We already have something better. They want CBDCs, but maybe, people choose Bitcoin over it." Criticisms of the digital pound have ranged from concerns that it will be adopted to a scale and pace that the world would disintermediate the banking system and threaten financial stability. At the same time, concerns that there will be no use for it and it would be a solution looking for a problem. Who is leaving the Bank of England role next week? And the guy's leaving it too, and he says he doesn't like it. Interesting. But there's a lot of pushback on these CBDCs. They don't seem to be kind of what everybody wants, at all. At all, in any way, shape, and form. Yeah. I wanted to see if there's one more piece of news. I thought there was. Digital Pound, right? We got that. Yeah. DYDX chain to distribute all network fees to validators and stakers. The DYDX chain will distribute all accumulated fees to the network validators and stakers. All of the trading fees will be allocated to stakers in the USDC stablecoin. The DYDX chain will allocate all accrued fees to its network validators and stakers, in addition to expanding the DYDX token capabilities on version 4 platform. I mean, that's awesome. You can stake it for gains. What I like about DeFi is you can stake a coin to get more back, and while it starts to pump in price, so not only do you get the yield, but you get the price appreciation. So it could 10x, and then you might make 25% in the coin. That becomes a substantial cookie in the cookie jar, all right? And it kind of starts to move. So I like that, and that's a big deal. One last thing I want to talk about is the privacy-focused Layer 1 Namada planned token rewards for community builders ahead of the mainnet launch. Anoma Foundation announced developers incentives in accelerating development of privacy tools on the Namada network. So just look out for more privacy coming out on Namada and Anoma Foundation. Just something to think about. I always look out when I see, privacy idea and privacy news. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. All right. And let's get the music back up and running. And if I can leave in the next 2 minutes, I think I can still go. Throw my coat off and run out into the wilderness like a wildebeest. Loom. Had a dump. Expecting to pump. Started to get that round. Look, Adam and Eve double bottom. Look at this. That's an Adam and Eve right there. Whenever I see that, these things just absolutely moon. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow, some way, Loom just pushed off of that Adam and Eve. Again, don't quote me on it. Anything could happen. Injective continuing to pump, 1345. Now it is getting that move. That's what I was looking for. Maybe I was blatant on that, but yeah. Injective just wanting to continue to the upside. Look, there's the little flag on the 30. Ripping, and the length of that is really where the target would go. Take us further up to about 1426. Injective protocol. So, What happened to the chat? Where is the chat? Where is the chat? How did I lose the chat? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Fan funding. Speaking of which, I work at a credit union and we're reviewing real-time payments with the clearinghouse. They use tokenization, but there's an emphasis. It isn't crypto. Interesting meeting. Injective on fire. Another amazing call by Sam. If you're in the 99, you would have already been in profit. Don't know what you're waiting for. I procrastinated over a year. I finally joined in August. God bless you, brother. Fat, yeah. Sam, you should go to the woman is raising an eyebrow. Right? He's 3 minutes away from the garage. All right, everyone. If I leave early, I'll be able to walk with my wife. I didn't want to leave you guys early today, but it is Friday. I'll jump on out for the day. God bless each and every one of you for being here. And you guys respect, do the right thing for your wife. You know what I mean? Bitcoin moving right as I'm about to leave. Let me take a look. And just back to 30. I just told you it was going to rip up the shorts the other way. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, it's moving. It went up $100 again. But Bitcoin's just been playing games. Sideways, right? The short was in the money. The short was in the money, and then it wasn't. You think she should be outside ready to, if she really wanted to go, she'd be outside ready to go. She'd have the door closed. She'd be locked and loaded. She'd be already walking half down the street. Like, when I want to do something, I get it done. You know what I mean? That's me and my wife always that's our little funny argument. She's like, let's go. I'm like, if you wanted something, if you want something, get it. You know what I mean? Just go get it. If I come, I come. If I end up there. So look, a little bit of a bear trap, making you feel we're going to leave. Lost the 200 SMA probably on the 30-minute. No, it did never. See, look, we never lost the 200 SMA. So that's why it was never going to be a full-blown short. See? We never lost it there. We got tight now. And now we're back inside the pattern. We left it. We got back inside. We could rip right back up to the upside now. There could be an ETF approval in 2 seconds. That's the thing. The news could come out in 1 second, and this thing could just skyrocket. It really could. And that's what again, I wouldn't open up the long until we can retest or at least get above this level and close a candle. All right. So the short was fun. I don't know if I'd keep it open now. You know what I mean? I would have taken profits on the short. I was in a little, a long. I was in a short at the beginning of the day, took a little profit. I was in a long, went up a little bit, waited, basically broke even. And then I didn't open up another long or short. I figured the price was just going to play games. I figured they were going to run it right back up and inside the range. That's what they're doing. So I'll be back for more inside the trading group. But right now, I just see sideways price action. Anything could happen, but I see side, and I wouldn't long until we get above the ski area at 34,250. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I'm going to run out with my family and go for a walk outside. It's beautiful. Touch some grass. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night and in the morning for a beautiful update. God bless. Enjoy.